Hinduism as of 2015. In January 13th of 2015 was elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. Yes, Madhura, please go ahead.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched. He has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, in English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And all of these are translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. Over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and over 10,000 hours of discourses. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also enriched and enriched 1 billion plus lives digitally. He is also respected as the commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras, and much more.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also recognized internationally for his immense amount of work in the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the socio-spiritual work that he is doing to uplift the whole of humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the reviver of the 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas encompassed by the sovereign order of Kailasa, including the order of Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sannyasis. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of the largest Hindu university that is surviving today, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, with satellite campuses in over 150 countries. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvajnapitas and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. Yes, so now we'll be moving on to the next segment of today's program, which is the very exciting power demonstration. Now, many of you who have not seen this before, get ready to really have the shock of your life, seeing this Balasans of Nithyananda order, the graduated Balasans of the Nithyananda Gurukul, who have been initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, demonstrating the powers of Paramashiva, the powers which each and every one of us are innately capable of, and which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiates each and every one of us into. So get ready for this very exciting session. After a very quick break, we'll be right back with you after a few minutes.
Yes, so welcome back. We all just got to know who is Devi Parashakti, what are the Akashic readings, what benefits we're going to get from this program, and who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now let's get into the next segment, a very exciting segment of the power manifestation, where all of you will be seeing a live demonstration of the powers of Paramashiva. Today, the Balasans, the Nityananda Yogis, the initiate disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all of us the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation. In today's BHAVASAMADHI Darshan, all of us will be initiated into the various powers of Paramashiva with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. And the third eye is the cosmic browsing center, which is located between the brows, which upon initiation, which one can effortlessly express the powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. So this is for all of you who don't know where the third eye is located. And now let's see what are Shaktis. In the Vedagamas, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate details that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. Manifesting powers is described as a system, method, and also a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and you need to manifest the divine. You are a man and you need to reach the divine. Now, all of you might be thinking, what is the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis? As you may have heard the term Siddhis. So let's see what the difference is between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shaktis express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect and deep feeling connection with the Guru and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And a few more differences is that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from your enlightenment. And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgence, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the five cosmic acts, of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, pulling out a delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And now the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the thousand-nayth living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, and also the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and power manifestation was lived and taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in the modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these powers, these yogic sciences, at a record-breaking pace, which is never accomplished before. And the Guru Parampara, where these knowledge and sciences of manifestation, these Shaktis, are passed down from one generation to the next generation through the Diksha, the initiation by the enlightened Gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences and the power manifestation to initiate, and many people, billions of people around the world, to manifest these Shaktis from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, and Paramashiva Vijnana. You all can see the Paramashivoham since a young age. So how do we awaken these divine Shaktis in us? All of you might have that question. So now we will be looking into that. Every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, the prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. Yes, we can move on to the next slide, please. And the science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas. The first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the scriptural references taken from the Shastras, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. The next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified these sciences. And the next is the Atma Pramana, or an account from the life of the Supreme Court of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So now, let all of us get ready for a live demonstration. But before that, let's see from where all of these come from. So we will be first looking at the power of third eye. The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. The translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natu maam shakyase drashtu manenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyam me yogamaishwaram. Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. In the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his divine form. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through the third eye. And the next, the Atma Pramana, in Swamiji's own words. The first experiences that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, 10 directions below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So using a PET, a positron emission tomography, the brainwaves of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself was measured, and it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, there is only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain was at peace. And now, let's get ready to witness a live demonstration, the Sakshi Pramana of the power manifestation. We will be back in just a minute for the power manifestation, so please stay tuned. We will be back.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So now I have with me Manitya Nithyananda, and today is certified by ophthalmologists, and this is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and behind that we have thick black sponge which will not allow any light to enter anywhere around the eyes. So you can see that there is no gaps anywhere. And now Ma Amrita will be putting this eye band on my eyes, and once that is done, all of you can start posting your comments in the YouTube comment section, and I will start reading them. Can you center it? Yes. Okay, so now the eye band also, even the adjusting she did. So now I'll be turning to my right, to my left, up and down, YouTube comments. You can post live comments in the comment section on YouTube, and I will be reading it out. Okay, I think maybe the live chat is not enabled. So maybe for now, before we start reading the comments and before comments start coming in, maybe Mamita, you can maybe show some random numbers or some hand gestures, and I will copy you. Okay, so you are showing only half your hand in the camera, but you are showing this. Maybe you can lift your hand up in the camera. Yeah. So it's this. And then you can maybe show more things. You can move it to the side. I don't need it in the, yeah. And now, yeah. And now you're showing this, which is not fully in the camera. Anything else? Okay. Yes, so now I guess there is some technical issues with the live chat where only I think members can put the live chat. So right now, Mamita will be removing my IBAN and we'll be moving on to the next powers. Yes, so you all can see the IBAN. It is just as it was before. There's no gaps anywhere. So yes, so now we will be moving on to the next power, the power of body scanning. We will be back in just a few minutes for the power of body scanning.
So now we'll be entering into the power of body scanning. In this power of body scanning, one awakens to the ability to scan illness, diseases, medically diagnose issues, and provide solutions through the awakened third eye.
So the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest consecutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens.
So now we'll be seeing the Apta Pramana, the reference of power of body scanning from the life of a Siddha. Terayar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agatya immediately instructs Terayar, his disciple, to perform a open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, the person gained the name Terayar.
And the Atma Pramana for the power of body scanning, which is from the personal life of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. On the 22nd of December 2019, the Supreme Point of Hinduism revealed how he used the power of body scanning. I'll be paraphrasing his words. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as the second opinion to verify my findings.
So, here is a Sakshi Pramana, the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated disciples of Supreme Point of Hinduism, which has been shared by many participants in the Facebook and screenshotted and showed over here for all of you.
In the YouTube comment section. Yes, so I already see Ma Dolly Reddy who has asked for a scan for Dana Surgeon. So Ma Pragya, you can maybe start scanning Dana Surgeon. And she Ma Dolly Reddy is also asking for a scan for Shanbagavalli. So yes, I will be scanning for Ma Shanbagavalli, and Ma Pragya will be scanning for Dana Surgeon.
Yes, I just wanted to confirm if we have even their permissions for us to do the scan.
Yes, I think in previous power manifestation segments, she had asked for them and told that they have the consent. Yes, so we will be starting the scanning by chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes. So Ma Dolly Reddy, I have I have scanned from Ma Shanbhagavali. I was able to see that in her body, more than physical disturbances and physical imbalances in the body, her mental state and her emotional states is very imbalanced and very distracted and disturbed. I was able to see that is because of something which happened, um, like maybe in the in the last 1 or 2 years. There is something happened like uh, very scaring. Like she has developed a fear in the past like 1 or 2 years, and that is making her mental and emotional state very imbalanced and disturbed and distracted. So she's not also, because of that, she's not able to focus on other things that she does. She finishes everything only till a certain extent. So I was able to see for this, if she does deep completion and deep detoxification, it'll help her. Not only like the deep completion has to happen. Maybe you can show her some satsangs where Swamiji takes us through the completion process. And for the detoxification, make sure that she eats only proper vegetarian organic food, and also takes Haritha tea in the night and neem juice in the morning, and maybe at least 2 glasses of lemon juice every day. So I was able to see, so physically her body has to get detoxified, and also her for the her mental state and emotional state to get healed, she has to go through a deep completion process for the fear which has been accumulating for the past 2 years. So this is what I was able to scan. If you're able to relate to what I've scanned for her, or if she's there, then maybe she can get back saying if she was able to relate. Yes, Ma Pragnana, I think you can share, Ma.
I was able to see that there is some white substance that is being formed in the nasal cavity, just above the lungs. There is a blockage, white fungal infection being formed, which needs to be taken care of immediately before it causes uh, more problem. You can have turmeric in your milk and add turmeric to whatever you consume for the healing to happen. And I was also able to see that there is some issue you're facing with digestion. It is irregular digestion. So I was also able to see you have to have more haritaki for this.
Yes, okay. So Ma, this was for Dana Sarjanaya. So Ma Dolly, you can maybe get back in the comment section if you were able to relate to what Ma Pragnana scanned for Dana Sarjanaya. And if he is there, even he can get back. And please share with him the solutions. Even with Ma Shanbhagavali, you can share the solutions which were revealed so they can implement it. And I think you have gotten back saying yes, Ma, for Shanbhagavali, Ma. Yes, you can also get back for the Nasarjanaya. And Ma Dolly Reddy has also asked for a scan for Peruma. He has given his permission. So Ma Pragnana, you can maybe scan for Peruma Raya. And also, again, Ma Dolly Reddy has asked for a scan for Suresh Aya. Yes, so Ma, I will be scanning for Suresh Aya. Ma Dolly Reddy? Yes, Ma Pragnana, you can go ahead.
So I was able to see that he is not facing any major problems in his body. Just the fear of having problems is what he is facing. He is manifesting problem in his body unnecessarily by having this fear, and because of that he, even the small things that he's experiencing, like for example sudden dry throat, or just some blurriness while seeing, all this, when he's facing, he feels like there is some problem in his body and exaggerating it. It's just because of the fear, otherwise he is not having any problem.
Yes, okay. Madhuri, you can get back in the comment section for Perumaraya. And what I scanned for Sureshaya was that I was able to see that in his like it's not a major thing right now, but within, if it's not taken care of, then maybe in the next 2-3 months it will it might become major. So there are like few small particles, especially on the right side of the brain, and it's right now it's not doing anything, but it, if you leave it and if you don't take care of it or clean it up like soon, then within like 2 or 3 months it is, the particles will become more huge and it will start like eating the brain kind of thing. And I was also able to see, because of the particles which are getting accumulated, I was able to see that is affecting even the normal five senses and the normal, the hormonal balances in the body. I was able to see, so sometimes he blacks out, not very often, but maybe like once in 2 weeks, once in a week or once in 2 weeks, he blacks out. And also the like he can't handle lots of loud sounds, and even the taste as of now, it's I think I was able to see it's quite fine, but especially the eyes and ears are getting affected right now. So I was able to see, to get rid of those particles before it becomes a major problem, I was able to see that apply, if he applies coconut oil, pure coconut oil on the head, coconut oil maybe twice a week and castor oil once a week. Just apply it and take a head bath, and also to maybe to dry the hair, you can use some nice natural smoke kind of thing like sambrani. And also I was able to see another solution for, you can either do this, or you can also just every day do yoga and 1 hour at least of pranayama. Even if not 1 hour, at least then do the 108 times of Trinetra Kumbhaka, the 108 times in the morning and 100 times in the evening. So this is what I was able to see for Suresh Iyer. Other than that, it's fine. So even for this, Madhuri, you can get back in the comment section. You have said that's true, Ma. Thank you. Maybe you can say for who. You can say it specifically for. I think we've scanned. But yes, thank you for getting back in the comment section. Okay, so now Madhuri is asking for a scan for Kiyashini, a lot of fear. Ma, do we have her consent? Do we have Ma Kiyashini's consent for the body scanning? Yes, okay. So now, as it's almost time for the next segment, And for us to go further towards the Parashakti Akashic readings, we will be coming to the conclusion of the session. And for everyone else who is asking for body scanning, I think Mad already has asked for Makiyashini. So and everyone else who would like a body scanning, you can all come back tomorrow again, 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, where we will be having this power manifestation segment every day. We will be doing the power of body scanning and various other powers also. And with this, I thank you all for joining us today for the power manifestation segment. And please stay tuned for the next upcoming segments and for the Parashakti Akashic readings. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Thank you, Nithyananda.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within the next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashiva will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations. Both.
Yes, Nithyananda, everyone, welcome back. Now we will be seeing we will be moving on to the next segment where we will be seeing and learning about the divine feminine consciousness. The Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti is from the Lalita Sahasranama. Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurate Taranayaka Shekharam Smitamukhi Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chashakam Raktotpalam Bhibratim Saumyam Ratna Gatasta Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam.
And the English translation: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon, to be shining in vermilion red body with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies and studded with the crescent moon, and face all smiles a splendid bust, one hand holding the jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling the red lotus.
Arunam karunam tarangatakshim ditapasham pushpushpabana chapam animadiviravritam mayukairahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani.
I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. And she holds the noose, the gourd, the bow and flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers with such as anima for rays, and she is the self within me. These are each the Dhyana shlokas from the Lalita Sahasranama. And Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, and Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes in and goes out. She is the source where the Big Bang and the black holes go on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power, from which all of us came and which all of us are in now, and in which all of us are going to merge at the end of our lives.
And out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
In the words of Parashakti herself, raising as Omkara. Omkara is the syllable Om, the primordial sound of the whole universe. So she's saying she's raising as Omkara, expressing as the Vedas and Agamas from the Omkara, blossomed as Srimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in the 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is the Kailasa Sripura Chintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as Paramashiva Parameshwari, who rules the whole world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi. As Nithyananda, I took the Nijavatara here to give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranya Garbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shyami, Chandramouli, Rapala, Aparana, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
And again in the words of Parashakti herself, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Ichcha, Kriya, Jnana, growing as 4 Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond 6 chakras, filled as Gotras of 7 Rishis, expanding as 8 directions, existing as 9 Grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you.
Now let us understand how we can receive Devi Parashakti. Understand that literally in the moment when Devi Parashakti is manifesting in front of our screen wherever we are, she is manifesting in our homes, literally. And literally, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there in your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. Keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of your screen. Watch Devi. The coin is actually considered the traditional dakshina in the Hindu tradition. It can be the lowest value, and it's not necessary to be any other amount or anything fancy. It is just 1 paise in India, if you're in India, or it could be even 1 cent in the US. This is not a process where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is trying to monetize. We add the value to our offering to Devi Parashakti when we understand and see Devi Parashakti is really there and offer whatever we can to Devi Parashakti. Literally, she becomes more and more real to us. The next slide, please.
So you can offer all of that to Devi Parashakti.
And as you can see here on the screen, we have examples of how you can offer what you can offer. The plate in the very center is the traditional way that we set up the offering, and all of the items are the different items that you can offer during the Devi Parashakti Darshan.
Yes.
So now we'll be moving on into the next segment, where we'll understand how Akashic readings actually work. What are Akashic readings? What are the beautiful cosmic archives? What does it really mean to read the cosmic archives? These are all the questions that we'll be answering in the next segment.
Yes, so the Akashic records are created in space, and whatever has happened in time is there as a file. So nothing can be destroyed. Please understand, none of your actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing can be destroyed. Akashic records are cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and will happen.
Akashic records are the verbal, visual, 5-dimensional document of whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. All the information that you've collected from all of your births, your thoughts, your actions from every single birth which you have had, you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste time doing the same action again and again. And understand, it is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. There's no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time only starts the past, present, and future. But in the Akashic records, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen are clearly already recorded. And in Swamiji's own words, nobody has the right on these readings. Nobody has a right to comment, to judge, to give you certain suggestions, to interpret them. Nobody has that right. This Akashic reading is for anyone who is desiring, who wants to live enlightenment. Just by sitting and reading, or just by sitting and listening to the Akashic records, you'll imbibe these powerful cognitions and start to live them automatically. When you listen to these great readings again and again, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and then these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. As an avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has graced humanity with the blessings and darshan of the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to questions to the yearning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. Now, let me chant for all of you the Shastra Pramana for the manifesting the power of Akashic reading. This sutra is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 64, Sutra 82. Sorry, 84. Akasham vimalam pashyam kritva drishtim nirantaram shabdatma tatchanad devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless, infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one gaze from the third eye without blinking, continuously, and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of infinite space. Bhairava.
And the Apta Pramana for the power of Akashic reading is a story from the Mahabharata, the Hindu Purana Mahabharata, which narrates the story of the great sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth, the human form, and the reasons of all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but in fact was an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Lord of Death. He was to play a part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years because he was cursed by Manduka Muni.
Now, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has explained beautifully all the information that you have collected from all of your births. All of that, you can access some of them just to access and understand why you're again and again going through the same thing. And in the interest of time, not to waste time doing the same thing again and again, the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, and leading you to experience enlightenment, Paramashivoham.
And only the avatar can alter the Akashic readings. Of course, the initiated Balasans can view the Akashic records. However, only the avatar can alter, edit, and upgrade and change the Akashic records. During the Darshan and the Dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayers of his devotees.
Now, the benefits of the Akashic reading are absolutely immeasurable, innumerable. But as if we can summarize in just a few points, what we'll receive from these Akashic readings is 1, the most accurate and unbiased answer to any question about your life, destiny, purpose, or any other everyday part of your life. You can be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just one look or word. You'll understand the reason behind your life's happenings, receive blessings to fulfill your right desires, and get the clarity to redesign your future. Yes, so this comes to a conclusion of this segment of today's program on why Akashic readings are necessary and why Akashic readings. Now, I request the NTV volunteer to project the slides for how to ask a question during the Parashakti Akashic reading. These slides will give you step-by-step about on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram, how you can ensure to ask your question and have Devi Parashakti answer your question today. So we'll start explaining, now that you know who Devi Parashakti is and how the Akashic reading works. Now, if you want to ask your question today or during the next live session of Devi Parashakti Darshan, then we will proceed now. So as you can see here, we're starting off with YouTube. How you can sorry for the technical glitch, how you can ask your question on YouTube. So if you're a frequent user of YouTube, this might be very straightforward for you. But as you can see, YouTube, if you usually go to YouTube, if you search Nithyananda, you can access the live video, which will pop up right there. Then you can go to the right below the video, you'll see Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda channel. You can subscribe to the channel, make sure that you have access to the more than 5,000 videos that are available for each and every one of you to have super conscious breakthrough. And then you can press join in order to become a member of Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda YouTube channel. And becoming a member gives you an array of various different benefits, including being able to start being on the super chat of our live videos and live events. So as you can see in the chat, you can ask your questions for Devi Parashakti right there. Yes, the next slide. So in the next step, you will be, in the next step, you can go, or in the next way, which is Facebook. Here we're showing you our Kailasa's SPH Facebook page. So this is the official Facebook page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And I highly recommend ensure that you are subscribed, you're liking and following this page, because all of Swamiji's events, all of Swamiji's darshans, all of the temple rituals, all of the different announcements, everything from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is for each and every one of you. So you can go and like and follow this Kailasa's SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page. And then you can, in the live video for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, you can ask your question in the comments section. So that's very straightforward, especially if you know Facebook. It's a really easy process. Devi Parashakti has made it so easy just for you to have one darshan, one interaction with her, the divine cosmic mother, her to intervene in your life. And she has already done so in so many beautiful ways. Yes, we'll go on to the next slide. So now if you are a Twitter user and you really like Twitter and you're a frequent user of Twitter, you can reply to the tweet, the live feed going on for Devi Parashakti Akashic reading at Sri Nithyananda, tag at Sri Nithyananda, and use a hashtag #AskTheAvatar when you are asking your question. Yes, and we'll go on to the next one. If you like Instagram and you want to use this opportunity, you want to ask your questions on Instagram, you can go to the Sri Nithyananda official handle on Instagram, ask your question in the comments below, and then you'll be able to see. Yes. And finally, perhaps you are not really a social media user, you are not used to social media, and it doesn't really click with you in that sense. There's not to worry. You can go to kailasa.org and ensure that your question you can send on WhatsApp. So if you have a WhatsApp number, if your WhatsApp is available on your desktop, you can go to kailasa.org, and in the left-hand side, you will find a widget for the WhatsApp chat. There you can ask your questions to Devi Parashakti. Yes, so that comes to a conclusion for the today's the how to ask your question segment. If you need to know, if you wanted to understand exactly how you can ask your question to Devi Parashakti today, as you can see, it's a very easy process. If you just are familiar with social media, which most of us are by now today in this day and age, you can directly ask your questions to the divine cosmic being. Make your manifest today and start to manifest it with the Akashic readings of Devi Parashakti. So make sure that you are tuning in to the next live session of Devi Parashakti Akash reading and asking your question. Yes, so that comes to a conclusion for today's segment on the introduction to Parashakti and Akashic readings and how to ask your question on Akashic readings. In the next segment, we will be understanding how Devi Parashakti has literally guided the entire humanity with her supreme knowledge, wisdom, and blessings. For the last few months, every single day, Devi Parashakti has been manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and has been guiding each and every one of us, has been guiding us to the next breakthroughs, to manifest wealth, health, long-lasting relationships in all areas of our lives. And literally like a beacon of light in these extremely dark times, she is gracing each and every one of us and guiding us as our ultimate supreme cosmic mother. So in the next segment, we will be understanding the guidance from Devi Parashakti that she has been given us and how that is and so forth that we've mapped out in the next segment. So we'll be right back with you after a quick break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities, in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the BHAVASAMADHI darshan, literally those cosmics through this body, just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
BHAVASAMADHI darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystems. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasa. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Nithyananda, welcome back to all the viewers after that very quick break. Yes, thank you. Now, let us understand these beautiful revelations by Devi Parashakti herself. This is from the 27th of April, 2021, on the neem flower. So Devi's words translated into English. We're just going to read Devi's words. As you're listening, make sure that you have very deep space of listening, of receiving Devi's words and letting that manifest in your life in the way that she wants it. Literally, it's very easy. Our consciousness is aligned to Devi Parashakti because the consciousness is one and the same. So if we just listen and settle down all of our arguments or inner chatter that is going on, easily we will be able to start living these truths in our lives. So Devi Parashakti revealed to us, listen intensely, apply turmeric in the forehead, intake the neem flower, the flower of the neem on your inner tongue, be unclutched state in your heart, and have the anthill soil in your lower abdomen, onion on your heels as a protection, and go to sleep every single day. You will be established in the Nirvikalpa state and be in the state of Turiya. Parameshwari, I am blessing you all. Only this is the straight, sweet way to get rid of disease, sufferings, ailments, karmas, mental stress, depression of this pralaya. Oh, people, listen. Life without any hardships will happen. I am giving you the completion of enlightenment and Paramashiva Padam. Let you live in Nithyananda with stability. Always, I will be with you and protect you. Don't worry. So these extremely compassionate words by Devi